Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger. We're back with another gameplay tip video. I got two different things that I'm going to help you out with today. Number one, we have a running play. It's an RPO running play that is very good inside the 5-yard line. So if you're struggling to score there, we got a play that's almost automatic. Like, my percentage of scoring within the 5-yard line is extremely high since I started running this play. And it's also a very good running play against the popular 6-1 defense. So if you're struggling to move the ball against that defense, this is an RPO run play that you can run like the entire game, and most players are not going to be able to adjust to it. There's obviously going to be exceptions with really good players out there, but the people who just kind of sit in 6-1 and run it because everybody else runs it, they're going to have a hard time keeping up with this play. So let's go ahead and show it to you. It's only in two different playbooks, so it's going to be in a single back bunch tight end, and you can only find this in the Chicago Bears offensive playbook and the New York Jets. And the Jets playbook is the one that I'm in, and it's going to be power alert bubble. So you don't really ever have to throw the RPO option there. It's more so to be running the ball, but the RPO pass part of it is very good as well. We're even going to go into practice mode against 6-1 defense. This works against pretty much any defense, even when people run commit inside the 5-yard line. It's very good. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, ability and X factor wise, the circle receiver or that inside the bunch receiver, you're going to want jukebox or evasive on this card. There's a million cards right now that get it for 0 AP. All three of my receivers you see on the screen here: George Pickens, free card, 0 AP jukebox; Randy Moss, ultimate legend card, 0 AP jukebox, costs like 230, 240K. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think, is like 205K right now. He gets jukebox for 0 AP. So a lot of good and inexpensive options out there. You're going to want that because there's going to be times where there's a tackler or two there, and the jukebox is simply going to save you. We'll demonstrate that in a moment. When it comes to the running back, I'm always going to recommend a running back that gets angry runs. We have Combine Bo Jackson here on my no money spent account. This card is like 100,000 coins. Most of you watching this video can afford that one. And also another ability to point out, I wouldn't put your entire focus on it, but goal line back is really good in this situation. I can tell you from the AANHPI promo, Josh Jacobs gets it for 0 AP up to a 96 overall, and he gets all 32 team chem. So he's a good player just to simply substitute in for this play when you're inside the 5 because you get better blocking. So we're really going to be following and focusing on the left guard, who is left to our center and our quarterback. In this case, we got 99 overall Quentin Nelson. The 96 Quentin Nelson is a very good card at left guard as well. And when we snap the ball, he's going to pull over. I tend to try to just follow him. Now, what you're going to see, and this is against the computer, so it's hard to simulate what you're going to see all the time in real life situations. We will have a ton of gameplay examples from, actual games that I played where I use this, and you will see for yourself that it actually works. But a lot of times you're going to see that middle linebacker, which is Jordan Mailata right now. I'm going against my own no money spent squad. They're going to be right in that middle. They're going to be right over the center, maybe a few yards back, and they're either going to come charging right up the middle and you're going to be able to run past them, or they're going to overcommit to the outside run, thinking it's a stretch, and it kind of appears that way initially. And there's a lot of times where if you pay attention to where 56 is going, where your left guard is going, you can kind of cut it back inside like this. Now again, I just purposely did that to simulate what I look for without even paying attention to where Jordan Mailata is, because normally he's going to be hovering or right over the middle of your defense, and so I like to use those cutback lanes to get that. It's also important to run this in practice mode to get a feel and understanding for what that left guard is going to be doing each and every play, because he's really the key to this one. He gets out there and usually blocks that first person that becomes a threat to tackle you, and if you have good enough run vision to either bounce to the outside, go straight forward, or cut back to the inside or the left, you're going to be able to score a lot on this one. So again, the computer is doing computer things right now. It's on all Madden difficulty. You're going to see IRL examples how this actually works against humans. The other option is to throw that quick read to the circle receiver. And the reason I said that jukebox is important, because a lot of times you're going to end up having a defender in your face. If they blitz or they run commit, he's going to be wide open for a walk-in touchdown. But I like the jukebox because I can kind of do like that, and it's usually going to glitch out the defense. So make it a habit, even if you don't need to do it in most scenarios. Make it a habit of just doing a juke either inside or outside. When you get a bad animation like that, you're going to be SOL because they just don't catch it cleanly and start running. But that juke, like I said, is going to get past either user defenders or CPU defenders. And also, if you're a little bit further out or away from the goal line there, you can always, I got the bad animation again, you can always practice the double juke where you go, you know, once to the right, once to the left, or vice versa. But I rarely use the pass option in this. It's only when they're either blitzing a lot of people or they're run committing. Having threat detector helps on 3rd and 4th down, so you can basically see like who's going to be coming at you and who's not going to be coming at you. Once you know that, it makes it much easier to run this play because you know like what to expect, what running lanes might be plugged up. And when you have angry runs out there too, you're going to get like those little goal line broken tackles that are going to make you fall into the end zone, you know, more often than not. Again, the computer's just being cracked out of their mind right now because I'm doing a video. Any other time they wouldn't, but I do want to move the ball backwards here and just show you that you don't only have to run this on the goal line. It's really good. Like, you know, I've been using it primarily on the goal line, but I ran into somebody who just would not get out of 6-1 defense, and you're going to face those type of people online all the time. And I thought, you know what, let me give it a try, because RPOs and quick passes to the outside are good counters against 6-1 as well. And I noticed, you know, I just was able to run the ball like all the way down the field on this person, and it might cause some hate messages. People are going to complain that you're running the same play over and over again without them realizing that they are too. So if they're not going to get out of 6-1, don't get out of this play. Just run it down their throat until they switch up their defense, and then maybe you can get into something more comfortable that you like to run, you know, on a play-to-play basis. But this is really good to pick up 3-4 yards a carry. You might hit some home runs, but it's really going to demoralize them when they're in this 6-1 defense that they're probably used to shutting people down, right? And you're just getting 3-4 yards a pop, and every 2 to 3 downs you're picking up a first down. They're going to get frustrated, and hopefully it's going to get them out of the one defense that they might be comfortable in. Now, you're probably going to face, you know, some skilled users who run this defense and are going to shut it down, but I think the majority of the community runs this defense because everybody else runs the defense, and they're not actually good at it. They're just running it because the formation itself is pretty good, and this run play is a great way to pick up some easy yards time after time after time and get people out of the defense. So I think you've seen enough in practice mode. Like I said, tons of gameplay examples. If you guys start running this play, let me know down below in the comment section if it's working for you. Here are these examples. I love that play. Good block. I forgot I was already winning this game, too. That was easy. It's been like this all year, too. It's the funny thing. They never fixed it. Bad read. Good read.